always has scientific facts behind it, until nature takes an unscientific turn. From bizarre things appearing in the sky to glitches in the gravity, here are some of the incidents that were caught in the sky that even science is unable to explain. Cthulhu in the sky. A few weeks ago, Oregon residents noticed this dreadful mythical beast known as Cthulhu to be descending to the lower atmosphere of the city. It had a body structure similar to a giant red squid, but composed entirely of smoky or smog-like material. While Cthulhu has always been considered a fictional entity, the devil itself has managed to prove it otherwise. According to sources on the ground, this entity vanished after a heavy rain and a storm. Black octopus in sky. Aside from taking the benefit of the doubt, this is something far beyond insane, if not another glitch in the Matrix. This one-of-a-kind video was taken by a bystander on the streets of Lisbon, showing a black flying octopus-like entity flying in the sky. After it grabbed the attention of enough people, authorities stepped in to investigate. It was later revealed to be a kite made in a shape similar to that of a black octopus, after it was shot down and seized, after it created widespread panic across the city. Shape-shifting UFO. In June 2021, street pedestrians were left petrified due to the appearance of this glowing, translucent UFO. Its unique, never-before-seen kind of nature, and its ability to continuously shape-shift in a matter of seconds, just as easily as the change in light patterns. This started it to get the attention as scientists consistently failed to draw any other logical explanation. Numerous speculation started to come out anywhere from aliens trying to communicate to the return of Christ. Earthquake lights. With such a devastating earthquake taking place, there is no coincidence that it had bright jerks of lights following in the sky. Earlier this year, Turkey was struck with an incredible, brutal earthquake that took the lives of thousands of people, caused structural collapse and damage worth billions of dollars. Dozens of footage from security cameras and recordings revealed an unnatural lighting effect in the sky seconds before and during the earthquake. One of the footage showed beams of light and waves emanating from the sky, almost as if some alien spaceship were deliberately causing the effects. While nothing is known for now, scientists are looking into the matter. Vertical-shaped object. Usually, the UFOs are known to be round in shape, but this one seems to be an exception. A TikToker from Roswell, New Mexico, captured and uploaded this video on the internet showing a vertical-shaped, twisted, and cloud-like textured object that was spotted hovering in the sky during the broad daylight. According to him, this object descended from the upper atmosphere until it was low enough for everyone in the city to observe, and that it looked to be continuously turning around in a twisting manner with little to no indication of purpose. While no one knows what this is, many believe that it could be the aliens spying on us. Jellyfish in sky. After the so-called flying octopus, guess it is time for a jellyfish to flourish now. Philippine residents were left baffled to discover an unusual jellyfish-like being flying in the sky and looked to be attempting to gain altitude. The black octopus may have been proved to be a hoax. Nothing could be said about this jellyfish, as onlookers reported seeing a tissue-like texture of this creature. It looked to be in either a transparent or shiny white color, but was easily distinguishable in the sky. What do you think this could have been? Be sure to share with us your opinion down in the comments. Moon crash. Either this is the result of the mega space junk that collided, or we now have interplanetary ballistic missiles. This footage was leaked from NASA by an anonymous source on April 9, 2022, showing something massive that collided with the moon. Although the nature of the object that collided remains a mystery, rumor has it that with several moon landings over the course of decades, this could be the first time that a chunk of space junk slammed on the surface of the moon. There are numerous other speculations of this being some sort of weapons capability test. Whatever it may have been, certainly must have left behind a huge crater and piece of identity. Stones falling from the sky. As if the hailstorm wasn't scary enough, a small town of Naxos, located on an island in Sicily, southern Italy, was bombarded with tiny black ash stones which were coming down like a hailstorm due to a volcano eruption from Mount Etna. With the mountain being the most active volcano mountain in Europe, many of the locals were expecting the eruption for a while, but were left surprised when the volcanic ash came down like a rain and covered the entire town in black. Not to mention that the smoke and ash cloud were covering most of the sky. Glitch in the sky. Perhaps even the gravity sometimes has its limitations. A Florida resident was left speechless upon noticing a long tree limb that was hanging in the air having no strings attached. Due to an unknown reason, the branch remained suspended in the air, along with a huge bird sitting on top of it. Although science has failed to definitively explain the incident, the closest argument that it holds is that it may be a case of gravity failing to act for some reason. As the footage got viral, many started believing that this very well could be the case of black magic of some kind. Mysterious flying jetpack. The actual reasons for something like this to appear may never be known, but it certainly shows that someone needed attention. In November 2021, pilots from several commercial airliners complained of seeing an unrecognized man-like figure near the Los Angeles International Airport while landing and taking off. As the matter was forwarded to the LAPD, a police helicopter was dispatched into the area to investigate, which, after a few hours, spotted a mysterious flying object using jetpack technology, which revealed to be a large Jack Skellington balloon as the helicopter closed in to get a better look at it. Skyscraper-sized UFO. Sighting small UFOs may have become the norm, but this certainly is getting to a concerning level. A passenger on an airplane captured this video in August 2018, showing a huge vertical-shaped skyscraper-sized UFO that was stationary on top of the clouds over 35,000 feet from the ground in Kumamoto, Japan. Weather experts and NASA initially explained it to be a cloud of ash created due to volcanic eruption, but was ruled out after no recent eruptions were found. The fact that it remained stationary without emitting any residue or smoke, it certainly was no hoax, and its massive size dwarfed most, if not all, UFO sightings. Light on clouds. Could this be something very combustible burning, or is it just some sort of flame in the sky? An unknown source posted this video showing a moving flame on top of a cloud, as if it was the burning end of a whip or tail of a snake. The glowing effect of this light was similar to that of a burning magnesium, emitting no sound or effects onto the ground. Many attempted to track its source to understand its point of origin, or what was causing the flame to remain lit on. But after gathering dozens of observers, the flame vanished away and was never to be seen again. Doorway to heaven. The pleasing shade of light from the portal is more than enough for it to be considered a doorway to heaven. A driver on the streets of San Diego recorded this very uncommon sight of a bright, heavenly light emitting between the clouds, giving vibes of a portal-like opening in the sky. According to the witnesses, the light was way brighter than the sun, and it seemed as if a door was open from a well-lit room to the one covered in pitch darkness. Perhaps this is a one-time offer of entering heaven, if there were a jetpack or a plane nearby. Another mid-air portal. As a passenger from a commercial plane managed to record a video of a portal opening in mid-air during landing in Portugal. The portal was seen at a lower altitude in the middle of the city, leaving everyone on the plane, as well as the ground, concerned as to who or what may emerge from it. The portal doorway looked as if it were a circular piece of glass floating in air. Many even considered it to be a case of some type of black hole. After all, nothing good ever comes out of such a development, according to Hollywood movies. Aliens in cloud shadow. Beachgoers noticed a shadow of what looks to be a gigantic alien spaceship, which was partially noticeable behind dark clouds at a Tampa Bay beach in Florida. Onlookers reported that despite the fact that the spaceship was far away from the beach, its size was quite massive and seemed to me heading towards the city. Due to a sudden emergency alert, the recorder had to end the recording in panic, leaving what happened next a total mystery. Demon caught on camera. This unidentified demon-like being left everyone after it randomly appeared in the Italian city of Naples climbing over buildings in confusion. Apparently, this is the only video taken from the closest disturbance by a construction worker showing the demon to be like a giant bat with human-like resemblance. According to the recorder, it looked to be over 8 feet tall and weighed at least 400 kilograms. As the footage got viral, it was nicknamed as Mothman, after it was captured on the clip in broad daylight in an unknown location. Wildlife experts believe it could be an ancient rare species of bats that may have been hibernating, although many believe it to be a demon. Flying Man. On May 17, 2015, a mysterious flying man was spotted and caught on camera by a tourist visiting the historical ruins of the ancient Greek Empire. The recorder was capturing a moment with his friends when he spotted something hovering nearby until it sped away seconds later. With the flying man or alien much far away from him, he wasn't able to get a good look at it to see what exactly it may have been. Dragon spotted. A family out on a picnic at a beach in Singapore noticed a huge dragon that looked like it was flying across the incoming thunderstorm. With the fact that dragons do not exist, at least in the present, left many thinking that this could either be props of some kind for a film shooting or some type of elaborate scheme to make fools out of people until the franchise denied the rumors. Despite thorough research, the source or the authenticity about the incident remains questionable. Rainbow-colored cloud. Seeing a rainbow after a brief amount of rainfall is quite common, but formation of a rainbow cloud isn't something you get to see every day. In October 2022, residents of the southern Chinese city of Haku noticed a multicolored scarf cloud up in the sky, which left everyone speechless. Usually, rainbows use water droplets as a prism to disperse colors of the white light, but according to scientists, this wasn't the case for this incident. Although they do not have any definite proof, it is believed that ice crystals may have been the cause here for the refraction of the sunlight. Aside from theories, Greek mythology suggests it to be the personification of the goddess Iris, who came to bestow her blessings on the earth. Personally, it could even be a Bifrost from the fictional realm of Asgard. Raining on single car. If there were a case of subscribing for a personal rainfall, this is probably how it would look like. In November 2021, locals, while parking outside a shopping center somewhere on the Indonesian island of Java, noticed a bizarre phenomenon of rain, where the superlocal rain and drops from the sky were falling on only a single parked vehicle. Eyewitnesses were left shocked and confused, seeing how it was actually a rain and not something throwing water at it from a height. With such incidents quite rare, there is no telling what or how something like this tends to happen. Bizarre light in sky.
No, this is not you, but this is something else.
Initially, it may seem like a distant bonfire on a hillside, but that isn't the case here. A passerby somewhere in northern India noticed an unrecognizable type of light that was glowing in the sky. If you look at it closely, it may seem to have the closest resemblance to a burning flame that is paused in the sky, yet still glowing in the broad daylight. The source of the video claims it could be the case of a UFO, but the closest scientific explanation for something like this is that this may be some sort of reflection from the sun, or a satellite stuck within the Earth's atmosphere. Tadpole-like trail. The trail looked quite similar to that of a tadpole, except that it was in the sky. Bystanders in China's Gansu province witnessed a very unusual-looking trail after a UFO sighting was made on November 12, 2022. This unrecognized moving object left an eerie, tadpole-shaped trail behind it in the night sky. An astronomy professor, Li Lang in Beijing, commented that this could most likely be a newly built satellite or a man-made astronomical object that may have been launched, but the Chinese government and military denied any involvement whatsoever. Chinese dragon. Something like this could either be a hybrid of a snake and a crocodile with many legs, or It's a being having resemblance to that of a Chinese dragon. A Mongolian local complained of having to see a very unusual being flying through the sky. While many consider it to be a Chinese dragon, others speculated that it could be an ancient flying dinosaur called pterosaur. Pterosaurs are believed to be the dominant predators some 228 to 66 million years ago in the dinosaur era. With the Chinese mythology filled with the tales of their versions, dragons that resembles closely to this one, perhaps it is actually a real-life Chinese dragon. Fallen cloud. This decade-old video taken and uploaded by an unknown source shows a downed cloud somewhere in the middle of the Jordanian desert. The source reported that although it was soft, it had a dense nature, which may have been the primary cause behind it reaching the ground. Scientists haven't been able to prove anything factual that could explain such an incident. After all, it certainly would turn from an interesting development to a concerning one if more clouds were to follow. Plane stationary in sky. Remember that part of the tree some hover in the air? Well, things have far escalated with this one. A woman, while driving on the streets of California, managed to record a shocking incident where a plane was somehow stuck in midair. She commented that the plane didn't seem to move for several minutes, and when in doubt, she even stopped to stare at it for a short while. Another footage was taken, but by a passenger from another plane in the area that was landing, also showed the plane to be stationary while up in the sky. While no one knows of the reason behind this, it certainly looks to be another huge glitch in the Matrix. Weird lightning in effect. This may very well look like the case of an unusual type of lightning strike, but has some very alien-like vibe to it. A farmer in the state of Kansas noticed a bizarre type of lightning effect high in the skies and in between the clouds. He only managed to capture a picture before turning his phone off for safety reasons, showing the moment of electrical path from what looks to be a claw-like object all the way towards the huge cloud underneath it. Could it be that some extraterrestrial beings are trying to manipulate the weather conditions to create artificial rain?